go, and there we go. Cool beans. All right, hold on. Just chill. There we go. Come on. Right there. Alexa, smooth jazz. Okay, and that goes that way. All right. Oh, one more. Get this one rolling down here. That one's rolling. Alrighty. I think we're ready to roll. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, what are we doing right here? This one, I want to go right there. Right there, that works. And bring this over to there. That works. Cool beans. We are ready to roll. South Florida. Chisholm time. Renata, good evening, Renata. Linda, Shell, Bill, T Ford, what's going on? Who do we have over here? What do we have? Who? Alexander, what's happening? El Saint, Cater, Charay, Fabix, good evening. Theodore, Mav, how you doing, Mav? Croutons, okay. Hairstone, Al Goddess, or AI Goddess. I don't know. Is it Al Goddess or AI Goddess? I don't know. PD04, hello. Hey, Dev, what's going on? Mr. Dev, hello. Hey, Antoine, Dune, haven't seen you in a while. Paul, how you doing? GSK, how are you? Principal Tour, back again. Cool beans. Guarnarco, okay. Taco Poppy, what's going on? Fabix, Valdon, what's going on? Doug, make it happen. Aaron Watt. Jake Weimer wants to take a look at K-View. We looked at K-View this morning. Let's pull it up. Very first one for the evening, K-View. K-V-U-E, yeah. Ooh, that looks interesting. We're going to get to that in a minute. Jake, sit tight. Nope, how you doing? Jake, how you doing? Nikki, Paul, Year of Rabbit. Hamra Sophia. John Cooper, what's going on? Thoughts on Amazon holding on today? Okay, Taco Poppy, sit tight. We're going to get to that in a minute. Hi, back for a second night. Megan, how are you today? Now, Megan, don't feel bad. You're on YouTube, and I don't pay much attention to YouTube because I don't have a moderator. Now, the reason why I need a moderator on YouTube, because people on YouTube have a tendency to ask stupid, silly questions and act childish. So I have a moderator on TikTok. That way, all the questions do get answered there. Not so on YouTube. Sorry about that, Megan. Ivan, how you doing today? Matt, finally alone. I locked every door. Then I heard my voice downstairs say, finally alone. Cool beans there, Matt. Dev, I don't have enough time to select many different stocks to invest. Is there a way to do a covered call strategy, one single stock for an entire week on a portfolio? Which stock? Well, there's a whole bunch of those. Ashley, how you doing there, Miss Ashley? Hudson, how are you? All right, so first and foremost, my name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in weekly cash flow. Wait a minute, I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. All right, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Sit tight, hang on. We're going to go through the whole thing tonight. How I pick my stocks, what I do with them, how do I find out which ones I'm going to buy and when, and actually how to do the trades. Okay, so now we looked the other day, there's there are 10,570 different companies. That's a lot. 10,570. Thanks for the heads up. Switching to TikTok, Megan. That sounds excellent because on TikTok, everything is normal. It's not backwards, and the questions are just more higher quality without that many people. Let's check out OXY. Ivan, sit tight. We'll get to that one. All right. So the strategy I'm about to show you, I created back in 2008 for my 9-year-old daughter when she said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? So for a 9-year-old, say, can you teach me how to invest in stocks? Well, here's the challenge that I had. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That's the 5 little criteria I had to overcome. So in order to be able to do that, I had 5 very strict rules. Now, it's easy to tell a 9-year-old we have strict rules, but when it comes to adults, they have a tendency not to want to listen. So the strategy I'm going to show you, simple, safe, predictable, blah, blah, blah. The 5 rules are simple. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold on to long term. Take it to your grave. That's the mentality you should use when you're separating yourself from your money. If you're looking for an investment that you're going to hold on to, make sure it's a good company. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is never sell for a loss. It boggles my mind why people do that. You buy something at $100 and it drops down, and then you sell it and you panic. Look at this right here, K-View. It was up at 25 and it dropped down to 16. How many people sold? Probably a whole bunch. Well, why did you buy it in the first place if you're going to panic when it drops? Guess what? It does it every year. It goes up, it goes down. You check over the last 5, 10, 15 years. How many times has it gone up? How many times has it gone down? Okay? Is it consistent? Anyway, rule number 3. Make sure the company is consistently profitable. Now, for me personally, I like 2 decades. Now, if you don't know what a decade is, let me explain it. 20. 1 decade is 10 years. 2 decades would be 20 years of consistent profitability, which means every year you should be making more. The company should be making more and more and more and more money. What's the purpose of getting into a company if you're not consistently profitable? You'll be amazed, because I can guarantee you every single night somebody asks me to take a look at something and I'm saying to myself, what the hell were you thinking? Take a look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Don't pay attention to those stupid heads on TV. You shouldn't be paying attention to me. What the hell do I know? But I do know I don't listen to the talking heads on TV, because they are paid to tell you something. You're not paying me anything. I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart, and I'm trying to make some videos for my children and my grandchildren. And then hopefully my great-grandchildren. So when I'm done and gone, at least they'll know what to do with money. Now, you might be thinking, well, isn't that kind of silly? Because in 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, this is going to be information that's no longer good. No, no, no. Stock market's been around for over 400 years. 400 years. I can pretty much guarantee with 98% certainty, because you never know. Okay, Coca-Cola is going to be making Coca-Cola long after I'm gone. They've been doing it for 140 years. What makes me think just because I die, Coca-Cola is going to disappear? No, it doesn't work that way. Okay? We got a whole list of companies. Consolidated Edison, 200 years old, and they're still profitable. General Electric, over 100 years old. Westinghouse, over 100 years old. Lowe's, Home Depot, Colgate-Palmolive, Procter & Gamble, Kraft Heinz. A whole bunch of companies over 100 years old. They're going to be here long after I'm gone, more than likely. So why wouldn't I put my money into those companies if I can get a consistent, safe, predictable 1% every single week? I mean, think about it. Coca-Cola's been around for over 140 years. And if I can get 1% from them every week, why the hell not? Okay? So, rule 4, weekly options only. Now, when you got here, most likely you've seen the link saying Dividend Stock Talk, or the subtitle, Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow. Both of them sound kind of intriguing, but think about it. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. The only way you're going to get weekly cash flow is 2 ways. 1, find something that trades on a weekly basis. Hence the reason for weekly options. They trade every week. Or 2, sit in front of my computer looking at signals, waiting for a time to jump in, grab a profit, and jump out. Yeah, no, that's not going to work for me. I'm 61. I don't want another job. I don't want to sit in front of a computer. Okay, I sit in front of a computer for about an hour and a half every day. I do my trading. It takes me about an hour and a half. Well, for my personal account, it takes me 5 to 10 minutes. And that's it for my personal account. but I do help out other people, and then I'm sitting in front of my computer about an hour. But I want to be done over and then move on with my day. I want to go hang out with my 5-year-old grandson. Granted, it's not stimulating conversation, but we have fun. You know, we do what 5-year-olds do. That being said, so what I'm asking of you this evening, do me a favor. If you're going to ask me a question, please only ask it once. I'm trying to get through every single question. And please, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. If I say something or do something you don't like, just leave. You don't have to be insulting and derogatory. Just leave. It's simple. Okay, there are a lot of people here. Just to let you know, I'm live streaming on 9 different platforms. We're going to be adding new platforms in the next couple of weeks. But anywhere between 5 and 30,000 people will come through here on a nightly basis. So be courteous for your brothers and sisters. I mean, come on. Walmart. Jerome wants to take a Walmart. Okay, Jerome, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. What else we got? Okay, so make sure the company is profitable. Number one, that'd be great. Please do not send me stocks that are at the high of the year. Okay, if you're asking me to look at something, I would like to think, and sometimes I'm delusional on this one, that you at least know something about it. If you show me a stock that's at the high of the year today, it's like, what is the point of that? What are you showing off because you got a stock that's at the high of the year? It does us, the 20, 30,000 people that come through, it does us no good whatsoever. If you're going to help the guy next to you come up with something good, this looks good. Now we're going to go over that as we progress, and I'm going to actually do some sample trades so you see how it's done. You ask a question, I'll answer it. I'm not going to hide anything. All right, so let's get rolling. And before I forget, a couple other very important things. Number one, there's about 35 people pretending to be me. So if you get a text message, an email, a WhatsApp, a Telegram, or anything like that from me saying, I have a great deal for you, now that ain't me. Okay, what I'm telling you now, listen closely. I do not do that. If you want to talk to me, whatever station you are on, there is a bio, there's information about me somewhere in one of these little buttons that you click somewhere on your screen. Send me a message, book a call, and I guarantee you 100% I will not try to sell you anything. I can also guarantee you I'm not going to try to sell you anything tonight. I don't do that. I'm just here to teach and create a video that my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren will be watching 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. That's what my goal is here. So for the last 1.75 years, I'm going up to 2 years and see what happens at the beginning of the year. Not 100% yet, what we're going to do. But that being said, let's get started. Please, only stocks that are halfway decent. Okay? You should know that. If you're thinking about putting your money into a stock and you want me to give you my opinion on it, great. Make sure it fits. Is it profitable? I don't want to see it if it's at the high of the year because it does us no good whatsoever. Okay? And please, just ask the question once. All right? So let's get started. First one on the list today, just because he was quick, Jake wants to take a look at K-View. Now, we did look at K-View this morning. I need my pencil. Here it is. I don't know what you call these things. It's not a pencil. It's not a pen. It's a stylus. But it allows me to do this thing right here. Allows me to do that. I like that. It's my nice little toy. I have no idea how to use this thing other than doing this. That's about it. That's about all I know how to do. Okay, I do have someone coming in trying to teach me how to use this thing. But besides the point, let's take a look and let's get rolling. Okay, I'm looking for 5 things. Anytime I look at any... Oh, wait a second. I forgot rule number 5. Remember, rule number 4 is weekly options only. Rule number 5 is... make sure all the numbers work. And I'm going to explain each rule as we progress. I'm going to explain how we pick our stocks because it's very simple. Okay? Everything you are going to see and learn tonight was specifically I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this, so let's do it right now. Was specifically created for my 9-year-old daughter. Okay? When she said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? I was like, oh, okay. What am I supposed to do this? All right. So it's my website, The 10MinuteTrader. Go ahead, do some research. It's been there for about 15 years. All right. Here we go. We're going over to YouTube. because YouTube has all the videos of me and the little princess when she was little. Okay, both of those alive. All right, so we're going to go to videos, the oldest videos, and here's JC.
Hi, I'm Jason, and as you being part of my like company, which my dad doesn't let me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that will help you get the best return on your money. List number 1.
All right, you don't need the list number 1.
Is stocks that are paying out each year.
All right, there's me 15 years ago.
21 days in the month of March. What does that mean? That means every single day you buy a different stock. Every single day there's a different company.
It's my favorite part. I laugh every time I see that there's a different stock every month. Yay! Because there is. Almost every single day, there's a new company paying out a dividend. Now, why is that important? Now, if you don't know what a dividend is, simply put, a dividend is the portion of the company's profits they give back to the investors. And that's us. We are the investors. Okay, we buy, we sell. Okay, if we own a stock, we are entitled to a portion of the profits. Only on dividend stocks. Because you have 2 different kinds of companies. You have dividend stock companies, they actually share their profits. And then you have capital appreciation companies. They take all the profits, put it back into the company for capital growth. Well, I'm 61. I'm not putting my money into anything and just watching it, and watching it some more. Because that's all you can do with a growth stock. You put your money into it and you wait for it to go up. Terribly sorry. I get bills that come due every week and every 2 weeks or whatever. So I need cash flow. So when you stop working, and trust me, there will be a day, you got 3 chances, that's it. Okay, number 1, you're going to get too freaking old. You're going to get old and your boss is going to say, hold up, you're a liability. You are just too damn old to be at work. Mandatory retirement. Tough shit. That's number 1. Number 2, you can take this job and shove it. You can actually walk out and say, I have enough money coming in from my investments. I don't need this aggravation. That's number 2. And number 3, everybody's favorite, toe tag. Do you know what that means? That means you die on your way to work, you die at work, or you die on your way home from work. And you don't get to enjoy the retirement life that we're all working for to get to. Well, guess what? It's pretty damn cool. If you have enough money to enjoy the retirement life. What do I mean? Go on vacations, take trips, take cruises, hang out with the grandchildren, sit there, watch the grass grow, whatever you want to do. I still wake up in the morning and say, all right, I got to go. No, I don't. Because I feel like I got to contribute somehow. But my first job was in 1973. Okay, that was 52 years ago. I put my time in. I'm doing the younger crowd a favor. I'm saying, all right, I had enough. You take over. So all these people complaining, I can't get a job, I can't work. Well, I'm one of those people saying, you know what? Take my job. Simple, right? Okay, so that being said, we've been doing this thing's like 15 years old. That's how long we've been doing this. Now you're relatively new here because it wasn't until 2 or 3 years ago where you're actually able to do live videos, interacting with people. It's going to be great when we actually be able to interact. Now, we are going to be eventually putting in a phone so actually I can talk to people. But until then, let's get out of this. Let's get out of that. All right, we don't need that at this moment, but we are going to need it a little bit later. So let's get going. So first stock we're looking at today, K-View. Now, it was created for my 9-year-old daughter. Now, I have to admit, the video you saw her 2 seconds ago, she was 11. So we'd already been trading for 2 years. And I was looking for new things to come up with. To help her out. So we had a whiteboard, big, huge whiteboard, 4x8. And we had to write in the months of the year. We had to write in the stocks one at a time because they didn't have a calendar that allowed us to do that. And that calendar looks something like this. This is an EX dividend calendar. Basically what that is, it tells me when the company is paying out its dividend. And the importance about that is that just before the company pays a dividend, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. So if I knew when the stock was going up, well, that's when I wanted to jump in and buy it. Because as she's going up, I'm taking that small, tiny bit of profit, 1%. That's all I'm looking for, 1%. It shouldn't be that difficult. Okay. Now, we're going to get to do a couple of trades. As we do, I will explain as we progress. Just like a good movie, everything's going to come together before the end. Okay, before the girl kisses the guy and everybody goes off and lives a wonderful life. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. That's one of my favorite movies. All right, so the calendar. These little green dots represents companies on this list. Now, remember I told you about a list? Find the stocks that you like. Okay, well, let me tell you what my list is. My list, Dividend Kings. 5 decades of increased profits. Dividend Aristocrats. 25 years of increased profits. Dividend Champions, 25 years of increased profits. Now you may sound, well, why aren't they together? Because the rules for the aristocrats are different than the rules for the champions. But they still have 25 years of increased profits. Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24 years of increased profits. And then bringing up the tail end, just because we like him, Warren Buffett. We're going to take a look at Warren Buffett and see what he is trading. If it's good enough for Warren, hey, I'm going to do it. So once we get those lists, whatever stocks you like, you can pick whatever you want. Now, the reason I pick dividend stocks, because I know when they're paying their dividend, and I also know when they're getting ready to pay the dividend, they have a tendency to go up in value. That way, I know something that a lot of traders don't know. Because coming into the dividend play, the stocks can go up in value. And as it goes up in value, that's where I want to get in, and I want to get out, and I want to take my little slice of the pie. 1%, that's it. It's not that much. So I get it easily, and I get it predictably, and I get it consistent. I love the Lee family. Profitably, consistently, predictably. Safely. There's a few more, but they're not here today. We'll take a look at them later. So there's 4 dates you need to remember when you're talking about dividend stocks. And they're important because, hey, by knowing ahead of time allows you to prepare. All right, so the first date you see is going to be called the announcement date. That's when the spokesman for the company comes out and says, hey, everybody, my name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk. This is how much money we made. This is how you're going to get yours. And this is when you're going to get paid. And it's going to be wonderful. Yay! It's the announcement date. They tell you how much they made and when you're going to get yours. That's all that is. The second date is the important date. That is the EX dividend date. The EX dividend date is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. So if you want to collect the dividend, you got to buy it before that date. These little green dots are dividend dates. Okay, if you cannot see these little tiny dots, in case you didn't know, this screen here is being live broadcast on YouTube. So you can walk into the other room, sit in the big lazy chair or on the couch, pull up that big screen TV and just sit back and watch. It makes it easy to see the numbers. Now, you probably can't see them that well on your phone or your iPad or whatever you're on, but you got a big screen TV. I got a big 60 right there, but I still need glasses. Getting old's no fun. I mean, it's fun, but certain parts of it kind of suck. The glasses thing is one of them. I didn't need these when I was younger, but nowadays, the thing's 5 feet away from me. It's a 60-inch screen, 60-inch, and I still need freaking glasses. Getting old sucks. Anyway, date number 3 is the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Plain and simple. You own it on this date, you get the check. Plain and simple. Date number 4, the payment date, that's when you actually get your money. That's the importance. JMF, woohoo, JFM. Ooh, sorry, thank you, dear dude. or Dudette. I have no idea who it was. JFM, is that a he or she? Is it right to call a dude or Dudette? I don't know. Just thank you. That was nice of you. Squirrel. Yes, I do have ADD, and I've learned to live with it, so I'm going to apologize now. I get distracted easily. And I do forget where I am at sometimes. Tell you, getting fun's is not as wonderful as people make it sound. All right, that being said, that's my list. That's how I come up with my list, and that's what I do with my list. I stick it to the calendar. The calendar tells me what I am looking at for the week. Okay, there's over 10,000 different companies. I only look at about 300. I stick those into the calendar, and guess what? Every week, I get a different number of stocks to look at. Okay, and those are the only ones I look at. Because you may think I buy 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I don't. I buy 2 or 3 companies every week. That's it. Okay, I'll sell 2 or 3 every week, and I'll buy 2 or 3 every week. And they all go through the same, what's a good word for this? The same process in picking. Okay, it's all the same. Is it consistently profitable? Great. Do they have weekly options? Great. Then we're going to take a look. We're going to go and do a few. You'll see how everything works. And you can ask whatever questions you want. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to trade. And let's go back to here. We're still looking at K-view. Now, I go step by step. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Step 1 is pick your stocks. Okay, there's over 10,570. Find the ones that you like. There's no reason whatsoever for you to look at something that doesn't qualify for you. If it's a penny stock, no, don't even want to bother with it. If it costs $1,000 a share, no, I don't want to bother with it. $5,000, no, I don't want to bother with it. I want to look at stocks between about $4 or $5 and up to about $300. That's it. That's all I want to look at. And then I only want to look at the ones that have dividends in weekly options. And then I only want to look at them if they have the weekly option, if they have the if they have the dividend coming up in the next week or so, because then I know the stock is going to move up in value. Okay, so once I pick my stocks, I stick them into the calendar. The calendar tells me what to look at. Next step, step number 3, look at the 1-year chart. The 1-year chart, 3 to 4 seconds. Now, I can spend hours going over this and explaining a lot of stuff, but it's just a waste of time. It takes 3 to 4 seconds to get the 5 basics. That's all I'm looking for, the 5 basics. That's it. Now, I'm going to tell you what they are, and you're going to say, oh, that's easy. Ready? Number 1, the high of the year. That's stupid, isn't it? It's only 1. Number 2, the low of the year. Again. Number 3, where was it a year ago? Number 4, where is it today? And then number 5 takes the longest. Okay? Up, down, and then up. That should take you 3 to 4 seconds. You ready? Let's try it. You ready? High, low, where was it? Where is it? 3 to 4 seconds. Once I get that, then I want to take a look at the numbers. So step, what's that, 4 or 5? I forget. I want to see what am I paying for. Remember I said rule 5, make sure all the numbers work? Okay, well, I'm going to explain to you what the numbers are for this particular situation, because they're all different. There are literally hundreds of different trading strategies and different things you can trade. This one's particularly was made for a 9-year-old, and I showed you who the 9-year-old was. In 2008, Daddy, can you teach me? Great. Well, I love her dearly. She was not the brightest bulb on the tree. Okay, I love her. I do. I love her dearly, but she was just your average, everyday, normal girl. Okay, so what can I buy it for? 1622, 1622, 1622, 1622. What do you think? Do you think there's a times? Because that's the current price. Or should I say that's traded price today? So when the market closed today at 4 p.m., that's the price, 1622. So if I'm going to buy it tomorrow, based on what I know now, 1622, the closest strike price is going to be the 1650 or the 16, one or the other. The 16 is going to be the safest. The 1650 is going to be the most profitable. Now, considering tomorrow's Wednesday, we only got three days left for this week. So it might not be advantageous for us to do an option this week We'll take a look, but it might be better to do one next week, because next week we got 10 days, not 3. Okay? 3 days. See this right here? 10 October. That's this Friday. There's 3 days until expiration, which means we have 3 days before the week ends. Now, if we can't get a decent fill number here, well then fine, we'll take a look at next week, 17 October. Okay, here's 17 October. 1622, the 16s are going for 57. That's nice. The 1650s are going for 35. Well, 35 is 2%. That's 1% for this week and 1% for next week. That's 2. The 16s are going for 57, but you got to subtract this 22 cents out of that. So I'm only walking away with 35. Same thing. But the 1650, I get the difference between this price and this price. It's a few more pennies. So the 1650 is more profitable, but the 16 is safer. So this is where you got to weigh it out. Okay, do I want safety or do I want profitability? Now, don't get me wrong, it's a nice company, and as you can see, it's an upward trend. So once we do the numbers, fine. Next step is to take a deeper dive into the chart, because this is where we want to find out what the actual numbers are. Now the broad stroke, high, low, where it was, is, well, that's fine to see if we should go to the next step. Because if we're at the high of the year, it's a hell no, and I don't even want to bother with the numbers. It's one step at a time. If step 1 doesn't work, fine, next. If step 1 works, great. Step 2 works, great. Step 3, nope, next. Don't waste. See, time is the only commodity you cannot buy more of. Money comes and goes. People come and go. Houses come and go. Clothes come and go. Everything in your life comes and goes, except for time. Don't waste your time trading it for money. Okay, profits are much better than wages. I don't care who the hell you are. Profits are better than wages. Okay, because you can only work so many hours a day. There's only 24. Okay, but profits, they're unlimited. A profit can be unlimited, but there's only, okay, never mind. All right, so now we're going to take a deeper dive into the chart. With that, let's do this. A year ago, we were at 2203. The high of the year wasn't until the first week of May. Now it's 25.24. Well, from there, she just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. Now look at the last 30 days. 7 would be right there. Okay, here we go. Here's your last 30 days. We're looking for the exact same thing. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Now what's the flow? Sideways, down, up. The bottom's right here. 1, 2, 3, 3 days. Now she's going up. Does that make sense? That's number 1. Number 2, do I like this company? Number 3, am I willing to buy it, hold it, never sell it unless it hits my target? Well, let's find that target right now. It's currently at 1622. Let's do the 1650s. Let's get rid of this. Let's change this to covered stock, and the 1650s for this week right there. Now, I'm just going to show you one contract so you understand, because we're all adults. We know how much money we have. We know how much money we have coming in every week. If I put in 40 hours a week, I should make X amount. Okay, if I put 40 hours a week and 5 hours overtime, I should make this amount. Okay, at this point in your life, you should know what your mortgage is, your rent, whatever, your insurance. You should know what that is. How much on average do you spend on gas? How much on average do you spend on groceries? How much on average do you spend on entertainment? You can't work all the time. You have to enjoy life once in a while. What's life if you're not going to enjoy sometimes of it? So you should know these numbers right off the top of your head. So if I'm showing you what 1 looks like, you can say, I got enough to do 5. I got enough to do 133. Whatever your situation is, we're all different. Like I said earlier, between 5,000 and 20,000 people will come through here tonight. 20, 30, something like that. But we're all different. We all have a different starting point. We all have a different goal in mind. We all are different age. We all have different risk factors. Okay, what might be good for me might not be good for you. Well, I might say, hey, okay, it works for me. You might say, oh, hell no, because we're all different. Don't compare yourself to someone else. The only one you have to answer to, only one, is that person looking back at you in the mirror. That's it. You have nothing to prove to anyone but that person looking back to you in the mirror. Let's go. Let's see what we're looking at. K-View by one covered call, K-View. Now, it's important to get the terminology correct, because if you've never done this before, it's going to be a new language, a new set of skills, and it's very important that you're buying, not selling, selling, not buying, how many, how much, if the, okay, all that is important. It's like driving a car. First time you got behind the wheel, Okay, nowadays, after driving 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I must have driven over a couple 100,000 miles myself. It's easy. 10 October 25. That means this expires this coming Friday. The $16.50 call option. That means I'm buying it for $16.22. I'm selling it for $16.50. I'm picking up $38. That's my profit. See this? Maximum profit. $38. Do you remember when I said simple, safe, predictable? Simple, it's one of the easiest strategies there is. Safe, you can actually do this in your IRA. The federal government says, yep, you can do covered calls in your IRA. Some trading strategies, you can't. Predictable, yeah. Simple, safe, predictable. I know exactly what I'm making before I even do it. Now, most people, when they buy a stock, you got to wait for the stock to move. And then you got to decide what to take. Not so with the covered call. If I'm getting my 1%, I know that beforehand. And if I like the company and everything looks good, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to worry about it. It's set it, forget it. If it hits my target, great. I get my 1%. Someone buys that stock from me. Next week, I get that burden. It's a horrible, horrible burden. What do I buy? Think about it. If I buy K-View this week, okay, someone takes it away from me this Saturday, well, now I got to go spend that money all over again on something else. Well, boo-hoo for me. 1% a week makes over 50% per year. Now, where I am at my point in my life, I'm in my 60s. Remember that. See, I've worked 50 some odd years. So what I have available to me is a little bit different than some of what you have available to you. You got to put in your time. You do. You have to contribute to society in a manner on which is productive. I like to think of it that way. I might be delusional, who knows. But we all have a certain amount of money that we have available to now. And as you progress, because Friday's coming, okay? Your 50th birthday's coming, your 60th birthday's coming, your 65th birthday's coming. Okay, I'm going to be 65 in a couple of years. What the hell do I know about being 65? I get no clue whatsoever. I'm clueless on what it's like to be 61. I've never been here before. I'm probably doing it wrong. Who knows? Anyway, here's my profit. The cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, is only $1,600. That's for one contract. Think of it this way. Okay, you're not investing in stocks. Think of it as if you're investing in a weekly cash-producing asset. Okay, you buy an asset and it's yours to do with as you please until you decide to sell it. So when I say that, people don't quite understand that. They think, well, if the stock goes down, I'm going to lose money. No, you do not ever lose money until you agree. You have to make that decision to sell it for less than what you paid for it. So look at it this way. If the stock is at $16.50 right now, it's at $16.50 right now, and I buy 100 shares, that's one contract. If the stock drops down to 15, I still have 100 shares. I still have one contract, and that one contract will allow me some cash flow every single week. Now, what I'm going to collect every single week, it's kind of like a vending machine. You have no idea what you're going to get every single week. You get a rough idea after been doing it for a while. So if I get $38 every single week for doing this, and it's only costing me $1,600 for one contract, well, me personally, I could probably get 30 contracts. Probably. So you multiply that by 30. That's a nice chunk of change. What is that? $1,500, something like that? That's a nice profit. Anyway, to find out the rate of return, what we're going to need is the calculator. And the first thing we do is we enter the profit. The profit's $38 for one contract. Okay, then we divide that by the cost of the contract, or the cost of 100 shares, or cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. It's all right there. I know exactly what the numbers are before I commit to anything. And if it works, great, I'll do it. If it doesn't work, next. It's that simple. Now, I can go through this whole process in less than 30 seconds because once you get good at it, it's not that difficult. Okay, you got your list. What's on the list? Well, this, that. Great. Well, what is this? Great. What's the price? What's the one-year chart look like? High, low, blah, blah, blah. Great. What's the numbers? Blah, blah, blah. Right there, that's 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, to take a look at the stock chart, it's 3 to 4 seconds. High, low, was, is. Great. Next, the numbers. What are the numbers? Well, that takes me 4 or 5 seconds also. If the stock's at 16.22 and the 16s are going for 35, that's more than 1%. Great, next. Okay, once you understand what you're looking for. That's like when somebody throws you the keys to the car, you're driving, and they throw you the keys. You grab the keys, put it in the ignition, put your seatbelt on, and you go. Not so when you're 15 years old and you're first starting to drive. You gotta adjust the seat, adjust the mirrors, adjust this, adjust that, check the gas, check this, check that. And it's a process. As you get older, as you get better, things are a lot quicker. I'm blabbing, so let's stop this. Okay. I get on a tangent. I just keep on going. So the profit's 38. It's going to cost me 16. So let's do the math. What kind of rate of return is this? 16.12. There it goes. And that comes to a grand total of 2.3% for 3 days. Now, I don't know about you, but 2.3% for 3 days is okay for me. Now, if I was younger, I said, oh, hell no, I don't want to waste my time with that. If I was younger, okay, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not 20, 30 years old. I can't go out and work manual labor for 14, 16 hours a day. Sorry. I could do it when I was 18, 19, 20, 30. Even up to my 30s, I could still do it. Not anymore. Terribly sorry. This is 60-something years old. This does not work like it used to. Okay, so 2.3% on K-View. That was a long time to get to that, wasn't it, Gabe? It is what it is. I'm going to write that one down because 2.3% for 3 days. Whew. 2.3. All right. I'm going to do my best to try not get sidetracked so much in these stories. All right, so let's get out of that one. Next on the list. Next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song. Check it out. Help the dimp, the ladies. All right, what do we got? Thoughts on Amazon, AMZN. Now, I don't do Amazon, AMZN, only because Amazon doesn't have any dividends. Now, remember I told you earlier why I like dividends. Because dividend stocks have a tendency to be predictable and repetitive. That means every 90 days, they pay a dividend. And every 90 days, just before the dividend, they have a tendency to increase in price. And when they increase in price, it gives me that opportunity to jump in, scrape a little bit off for myself, and say, thank you kindly, see you in 90 days. Now, I have over 300 companies that I can do that with. But here's the thing. 300 companies paying 4 times a year, that's once per quarter. Every quarter only has 66 trading days. So you got 300 companies divided by 66 trading days. That's about 5 companies a day. 13 weeks. Each quarter, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Each quarter has 13 weeks. 300 companies, 13 weeks. Okay? And then it repeats itself. Because the first week of the first quarter looks the exact same as the first week of the fourth quarter. And first week of the third quarter. Okay, and it's repetitive. It's over and over and over again. If you take a look at my stocks that I bought and sold over the past 2 years, because the past 2 years, every single trade I have done is not only logged and videoed. Okay, you got videos that show me doing those trades and all the results of them. Okay, so I needed 2 years of verifiable proof that my strategy does work. And we are coming into the final quarter. Would you believe that? I've done 7 quarters already. 1 whole year last year from January 1st to December 31st. And then from January 1st to where we are right now. So as December 31st, that will be 2 complete years every single night hanging out with you guys. All right. Amazon. Same thing I'm looking at. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, up, down, up. Okay, great. I don't do Amazon because I don't know when they typically move, which means I'm going to be staring at my computer waiting for an opportunity. Okay, here's the top, here's the bottom. She went up, she pulled back, she went up, she pulled back. Oh, hell no. It's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of going sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down. There's no consistency there. So I want to look for a pattern where it's like days and days and days and days and days going in one direction. But I don't do Amazon because there's no way of finding out a predictable pattern. Okay? Dividend stocks have a predictable pattern. That's why I like them. Also, they're sharing their profits. This boy don't share his profits. So why do I want to invest in Amazon? That's just my thoughts on Amazon. If you like it, hey, more power to you. Thanks for the heads up. You got it. Let's check out OXY. Is that Occidental Petroleum? OXY. It is Occidental Petroleum. Interesting. Did you see how quick that was? It took me 2 seconds to take one look at that and said, interesting. It's not a hell no. It's not a hell yes. It's interesting. Because this right here, I'm kind of intrigued what that is. But before we get to that, let's look at the whole picture. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up. Simplified. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Remember, 9 years old. 9-year-old little girl saying, Daddy, can you teach me? Simple. It was here, then it bottomed out. Then it ran back up, now it's down, and now it's up again. This is the area that I'm interested in. This back here, there's nothing we can do about it other than use it to give us an idea of where's the high. Okay, where's the low? Okay, which direction is it going? That's about all it's good for. To get a good idea of where it's going next, you need this area right here. The last 30 to 60 days. Now, before we go into that deeper, let's check the numbers and see what they look like. Did you like that move? Check out the numbers and see what they look like. 45.33. The 45.50s are going for 45, and these ones are going for 83. I like this one here. It's right around 1%. This one here is not 2%, which it should be because that's 2 weeks away. Okay, this one here. Okay, so that being said, let's take a deeper dive into the numbers and see what it says. A year ago was the high of the year. That was 56.59. We bottomed out in the second week of April at 34. So you see that? 56 to 34. 56 to 34. That's $12. $22. Yeah, $22. It's a $22 drop. Almost 50%. But from there, 34 to 50, that's $16. That's almost a 50% increase. So you got a 50% decrease, a 50% increase, a little pullback, and then a little jump up. Looks good. The numbers are okay. So let's go and take a look at the last 30 days so we get a good idea of where do we think it's going next. Because you and I, the buyers and sellers, we decide which direction it's going. Now, I just noticed something gets me a little awkward, but I'm going to explain it in a second. The last 30 days, we're looking at the 7th, which would be right there. Okay, so 30 days ago, we're right here. There's your bottom right there. 1, 2, 3. See, third day up would have been today. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. Hope you can see it. Okay, 30-day bottom was 4 days ago. 1 day up, 2 days up. Day number 3 didn't make it. Tomorrow it might do it. So if she's up above 45 tomorrow, then I'll jump in, the 45.50. Well, let's see what the 45.50 looks like. Change this to covered call right there, the 45.50 right there. Get rid of all of those. We don't need all of them. And here's Johnny. Buy one, covered call, Occidental Petroleum 100. That's the weeklies. 10 October 25. That's this coming Friday, 3 days away. The 45.50 call option. Remember, I'm buying it for 45.33. I'm going to sell it for 45.50. That's pretty damn close. What is that, 22 cents off? 27. It's 27 cents off. No, it's only 17. What am I thinking? It's only 17 cents away. Okay, so I'm selling it for, at the market, to open. 63.50 is the profit. 44.87 is the investment. So let's see what those numbers look like. Does it make sense? That's the big question. Does it make sense? Do I like this company? Am I willing to hold it till the day I die or until it hits my target? What's my target? 45.50. What's it at now? 45.33. It's not that far away. All right. Maximum profit, 63.50. Get my calculator. Come out, wherever you are. 63.50 divided by 44.87. 44.87. Grand total of 1.4. That's only for 3 days. Now we can change it to do next week's. Now to do that, we're going to hit the edit button here, and then we're going to change the date. Okay, so hit edit button. Okay, the date is right here. So I'm going to change that, not the 10th of October, but next Friday, which is the 17th of October. So I go right there, change the date. Okay, now hit confirm and send. Okay, and here we go. Buy one covered call, OXY, 17 October. That's not this Friday, that's next Friday. Remember the beauty of it? Simple, safe, consistent, which means I can do this every single, think about it, every single week. I'm creating a weekly cash flowing asset. It doesn't matter, to me, it doesn't matter what the stock is. What's the price is what I mean. It doesn't matter to me what the stock price is, as long as it's moving in the right direction. Because stocks go up until they're done going up. And guess what they do after that? They come down. And then they come down until they're done. They hit the bottom, turn around, go back up again. And then they repeat the process. Up, down, up, down. That's all they do. They don't come to your house and take the dog for a walk. I was waiting all day. Nobody ever showed up. 103.44. Let's check that out. Now remember, we're doing 2 weeks out. So we should get at least 2%. The max profit, 103. Okay, cost of trade, including commissions and fees, 44.47. 47. Grand total of 2.3%. Well, that is 2%. Twice as much if I was doing a 1 week. So you get ask yourself the question. Number one, do I like this company? Number two, am I willing to hold on to it until it hits my target or till the day I die? Could be tomorrow. You never know. Alrighty. I'm going to write that one down. What is it? OXY. And that is 2.3. Just in case you're wondering. All right. Just in case you're wondering, all right, I do write down all the interesting trades that I come up with. I write them down. So next year I can take a look and say, oh, wait a second. Kohl's, nice. Nike, nice. Dow, and then I look which ones are consistently profitable, consistently doing what I want week by week by week. So next year it saves me time. All right, what do we have over here? Aaron J, what's going on? Taco Poppy, what's going on? Live in the moon. Oh, live in the moon? Live in the moon? That's a tough word. Live. Is it live or is it live? Alrighty. Thoughts on Amazon. We did that one. Thanks for your help. You're welcome. G333. What's going on? Ethan. Ethan, I have no idea what that means, but okay. Thank you for that, Ethan. Taco Poppy. UNH continues strong. Thoughts there as well. University of New Hampshire. That's not the actual stock. I just call it that because it's UNH. And I was, brought up in New England. UNH was University of New Hampshire. UNH. Was that United Health Group? Now, this one makes me a little queasy because you got your high here at 650. You got your bottom here at 230. Yeah, how many people just choked? Like, what? 650. It drops all the way down to 230. Yeah, but just some people are panicking. Wait a second, before I even do that. Current price, 363. 362 is going for $6. That's a yes. S. All right, that being said, let's do this. A year ago, 587. The high of the year, 631. All right, that was close. 631. The bottom of the year was in August. Check this out. 233. Well, 233, she jumps up, profit taking, jumps up, profit taking, jumps up, profit taking, jumps up. What's going on here? Well, let's zoom in a little bit closer. Get a little closer. Here we go. 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom. Okay, high, low is up, down, up, down, up. I don't know. Looks like she might be coming down now. I don't know. Because your 30-day high was on Friday. Monday pulled back a little bit. Today, a little bit higher. So is it still going up? Or is this coming? I don't know. I just don't. I don't like doing stocks over $350. This is $360. If you like it, fine. Very rarely will I do a stock that high. I'll do John Deere because it's John Deere. It's been around for over 100 years. Okay, United Health Group, I don't think they've been around for 100 years. But, hey, you want to take a look at it? We took a look. There you go. Hey, James, how do I buy high and sell low? All right, Sam, everyone's a wise guy. Ethan, how are you? Are you from Iowa? What would give you that idea? Greg, how are you? Ron, what about Procter & Gamble? Ooh, this company's over 100 years old. Also, if you didn't know, Procter & Gamble is a dividend king. That means 5 decades of consistent profit. Now, when I say consistent profits, that means 50. 50. Higher, 50 times. 50 times, not up, down, up, down. No. We haven't got one tonight. I'm surprised. We haven't gotten to a crappy one yet. Okay, so let's take a look. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What's that doing? Is that 152? 152.50, 152.50 is 125. Not this week, next week. I'm going to say no. The only reason I'm saying no, listen to this. Okay, 152.50. This week's 152.50 is only offering 1.25, not whole 1%. I have too many other companies willing to give me one, regardless of what I think of the company. The numbers aren't working for me. Okay, next week I should be getting at least 2%, which would be $3 and change, but it's only offering $2.12. Yeah, no, thank you. Sorry, no, don't get me wrong. I bought Procter & Gamble many a times. It's just this week the numbers don't look good. And I don't even have to look at the chart now because the numbers are not good. Next. It's that easy. Next. Rugworks. What do you do when the stock you buy goes down 2% on a Monday and stays under your 1% take on Friday? I roll it into next week and I do it again. Interesting thing, all right, Rug Works. Here's an idea. Just think of this for a second. Here's a funny story for you. Okay, this is a funny story. I had to fly to Maine a couple of weeks ago. I think it was Memorial Day weekend. I had to fly to Maine to help my friend out up there. And to rent a car for 4 days was $800. $800 to rent a car for 4 days. So I said, oh, hell no. So I went to Facebook Marketplace and I looked for a piece of crap vehicle. So I found a Dodge 4-wheel drive pickup truck with a Hemi. And as the guy said, he only wanted $1,400 for it. So I said, I can buy a truck for $1,400 or I can rent a car for $800. So I bought the truck. Okay, now this is probably like the second vehicle I've ever had, okay, that you could actually watch the gas gauge go down because it had the big Hemi in it. So anyway, needless to say, the truck is still sitting up in Maine. So anytime I go to Maine, I just use my own truck because I didn't feel like paying $800 to rent a car for 4 days. I don't know why I was saying that. Oh, same thing over here. Rug Works. Okay, number one. You're investing, okay? You're taking your money and you're trying to make more money with it. So number one, never buy a company you don't like. That's number one. Now, number two, stocks go up, stocks go down. See, look at right here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I've never, ever, ever seen a stock that went down that didn't turn around and go back up again because that's all they do. Now, we're doing 5 days, 6 days at a time. So if we're here, okay, if we're here looking at this, I buy, sell, buy, okay, and now she drops, am I okay with that? Well, the interesting thing about having a cash-producing weekly asset is that if the stock drops, I can still sell, or where are we? All right, let's get out of here. La, 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 okay. I can still sell the 155s, the 152s, the 150s, the 149s, the 148s, so on and so forth. I own it. I can do what I want. If the stock drops, I lower my strike price. Okay, if I'm buying it at 152, okay, I'll sell the 152. If the stock drops to 150, well, next week I'll sell the 152s or I'll sell the 150s or I will decide as it goes on. But I will never, ever, ever sell at a loss. And as long as I own that cash-producing weekly asset, I will get some money coming in. It may not be a full 1%. It might be 3/4. It might be a half. But guess what? A 0.5% every week is still 26% at the end of the year. And what goes up must come down. Spinning wheels got to go round. What's next? Oh, Zulma, how are you? The goat. Broody, what's going on? Timson the Great. Virgil, what's going on? Bob Fox. I'm watching, but this vid be saved on YouTube. Absolutely. How you doing, Greg, by the way? Glad to hear it. JLK. How you doing, JLK? Greg, how are you doing? Art, tell me about the cinnamon toast shrimp. Not as good as it sounds. I mean, you would think with that cinnamon toast crunch, that cereal, they crush it up and then they take that to fry it in. You ever try that? That's freaking awesome. Instead of using breadcrumbs, you use cinnamon toast crunch. You crunch it up, you dip your shrimp in it, and then you fry it, just like regular other fried shrimp. How's that, Art Valley? Art Vandelay, was that right? Mal Martian. What's the best dividend stock I might buy? HDIV. What the hell is HDIV? Anybody know what HDIV is? I never heard of it. HDIV. Okay, see, I put that in correctly. HDIV. Nothing is showing up, and it has no options. That's a hell no. Sorry. What do I think about TMQ? What the hell is TMQ? TMQ. That's a hell no. I don't do monthlies. Do you remember the part where I said weekly options only? Okay, October, November, December. Yeah, those are monthlies. Those are hell no. Okay, it's just the numbers just don't work, and I don't want to explain it. I did it last night. Monthly, you know what? I'm going to do a video, put it on my website. Monthly options do not work for what I want to do. Here's the video. Figure out why. It just doesn't. IOBT. What the hell is that? That's a hell no also. Has no options at all. Nope. Nice try, though. The Gray Elephant. Okay, Dave J. How you doing, Dave J? Christopher. Scare Central. Which penny stock? I don't do any. Okay, what part of dividend stocks did you not understand? Okay, penny stocks do not have dividends. And 20 years of increased profits. What penny stock gets 20 years of increased profits? Tommy, what's going on? Uh-oh. C.W. Cooper. C. Cooper. Elvin Harper. What is my website address? The 10MinuteTrader. The 10MinuteTrader. Remix. REMX. REMX. Hell no. What the hell? Weren't you listening? They high of the year. Hell freaking no. Monthlies. Double hell no. You weren't listening at all. Oh, I'm starting to lose my cool. All right. I recently got Bell's palsy from trading stress, and this live popped up. Natalie, how are you today? I'm sorry about your Bell's palsy. I have no idea what it is, but is it a good thing or a bad thing? Christopher, how you doing? Jared, DBR, what's going on? KView hasn't been profitable for over 20 years. Chris, thank you for that. Okay, I was just looking at the numbers. Somebody asked me to take a look at it, so I looked at it. I didn't say I was going to buy it, did I? Hammer, how you doing? Investing, how you do? Mr. Kaylee, what's going on? Maggie's time. Michelle, I'm going to jump over to here. They got 58 questions. Mr. Hodds, M. Hodds, American Airlines, yep. Harley Davidson, yep. Kohl's, yep. I like all three of them. Let's take a look. AAL, American Airlines. There we go. Take a look. That one actually looks interesting. Now, what looks interesting? Let me see if you see it. It takes 3 to 4 seconds to find out. High, low, was, is. Look at this. Up, down, sideways, down, and up. Look at this. Right there. That. Right there. Before I even look any deeper, 1166, the 1150 is going for 38. That's over 3% for this week. Next week, it's 50. That's over 4%. I want to do this week. This week is over 3%. Hell yeah. Let's find out. All right, so a year ago, we were at 1151. High of the year was the end of end of January, 1915. Bottom of the year, second week of April, also known as TDS Day, 850. So check that out. 19 to 850. That's more than a 60% drop. I wonder who panicked and sold. There's probably a whole bunch of people. Now from there, she shoots up nicely. Okay, same thing. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. Now this right here makes me a little queasy. What happened today? Let's zoom into that and see what you think. The high of the year, 1406, and that was a couple of weeks ago on the 3rd of September. Okay, here's your 30-day high. 30-day bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now today we have a higher high and a higher low, but it closed lower than it opened. It's still a yes, it's still an up day, but do I like American Airlines at 1166? It's an interesting question. So 1166, let's do the 1150s for this week, see what they look like. 1150 right there. One contract at the market. Here we go. And here's Johnny by one covered call. American Airlines 100. That's the weeklies. 10 October. That's this coming Friday. The 1150 call against the stock at the market to open. Blah 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 blah. 2450 is the profit. 1100 is the investment. Let's see what the rate of return is. Okay, the rate of return. Well, let's find that out. Calculator, come out wherever you are. 2450 divided by 1126, grand total of 2.1. I'm going to write that one down. So, the questions rattling around in the head. Ready? Question number one. Does it make sense? It's a yes or no. Buy a good company, sell someone the rights to buy it from you, get a 1 or 2% every single week. That's over 50 to 100% a year. 1% a week is over 50% per year. Okay, 2% a week. Okay, this is 2.17. 2% a week is over 100% per year. How much time does it actually take you? Well, it might take you a little bit of time to come up with the stocks that you like. You got to go through 10,750 of them. That's a lot. Or you can cheat. I like to cheat. Okay? I go to Google, and in Google I write Dividend Kings List 2025. And within a couple of seconds, there's a whole bunch of people willing to give you the list for free if you give them your email address. Okay, my email address, I get the list, and then I delete it. Okay? Dividend Aristocrats List 2025. Dividend Champions List 2025. So on and so forth. And then in my email, there's over 300 companies that are consistently profitable. Just cut and paste, put them into the calendar, and the calendar tells you exactly when to look at them. Well, once I look at them, what am I looking for? You're looking for the high of the year, the low of the year. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Is it going up or is it going down? It's not that difficult. I get my 5-year-old grandson saying, hey, Papa G, this one's going up. He's 5 years old and he can figure it out. It's not that difficult. After you figure that out, then you do a simple trade. This is a little bit more complicated because I want to do a covered call, which means I'm buying it for whatever price it is. Oh, it's there. It's going to come any second. Oh, I hate that. I can feel it coming. All right, anyway. I buy it for the current price, $11.66. And what is the closest strike price to $11.66? That's what I want to sell it for. I want to get in, I want to get out, and I want to move to the next one. There's 10,000, I forget, 570 different companies, all looking to do the exact same thing. Go higher and higher and higher in the stock price to deliver a product or service to their customers, to create a profitable scenario for everyone. That's what we're doing this for. You want to take whatever money you have that you worked for, and you want to be able to put it into something that's going to give you more money. Well, companies want to do the same thing too. They want to go to work, they want to put their hours in, they want to contribute to society, come up with a good product, a good service, and then be able to take a vacation once in a while, enjoy life once in a while. It's not that difficult. Buy it at whatever the price is. Sell it for whatever strike price is the closest. $11.66, the 11.50s. I'm walking away with $24 per contract. Each contract is $11. $1,100. $1,100. It's a 2.17% on a weekly basis. For this particular company this week. Next week, it might be a different number. Are you okay with that? So if I'm getting 2% this week, what am I getting next week? Am I getting 2%? Am I getting 3%? Am I getting 1%? Am I getting 0.5%? You have to be okay with the variation. Okay, it's not like a corporate bond where you say, hey, I want 20%, I get X amount every single month. Well, it's the same every single month. Well, this here, it's weekly and it's not the same every week. Some weeks it's 2%, some weeks it's 3%, some weeks it's 0.5%, some weeks it's 0.25%. As long as money is continuously coming in and you never, ever, ever, ever sell at a loss. Because that's stupid. I was thinking of a better word. It's just stupid. Okay, if I'm going to buy this at 11.66, why the hell would I sell it for 10? That makes no sense to me. Next. Oh, I got to write this one down. Which one? AAL. Oh, it's already written down. Imagine that. Next. Oh, Harley Oh, I like Harley Davidson. Yes, I do have some Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson. I used to have a Harley Davidson, one of my younger days. I think I was in my 30s and 40s. I had a Harley. Then you get to a certain point. Like I remember taking that Harley for a ride for 3 hours, and my back has never been the same since. That was 20 years ago. So I got rid of the Harley and I traded it for a Corvette. Anyway, Harley Davidson. I'm going to say no for this week only because take a look at this right here. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Today is the bottom. So we need 3 days to the upside. Today's Wednesday. Is today Wednesday or today Tuesday? Oh, shit. Oh, today's Tuesday. See what happens when you don't work? What's today? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. See, today's the bottom. Okay? Tomorrow will be 1 day up if it goes up. Thursday would be 2 days up. And Friday would be the third day. I usually don't buy anything on Friday because I buy all on Monday. And on Friday, I like to get rid of stuff. And then I like to buy more stuff on Monday. Isn't that weird? Monday follows Friday. It's over and over again. It's the same thing. All right. That's Harley Davidson. No. Kohl's. We did buy some Kohl's Monday. Ooh. All right. Anyway. Is what it is. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Bummer. I did buy some Monday, but I'm not going to panic. All right, a year ago. Wait a second. Okay, now even though I do own it, let me show what happened the other day. Okay, down, here's your bottom. Shoots up, here's your 30-day high. Came down here. Now from here, we're looking for 3 days to the upside. 1, 2, 3. That's where I jumped in. Monday down, today down. Did I know that was going to happen? No. Did I make my 1%? I think I made like 2 or 3% on this one. But the stock pulled down. Remember, somebody asked me, what happens if the stock goes down 2%? Well, it was at 17. Okay, 1% of 17 is 17 cents. 2% of $17 is 35 cents. So it was at 17. Now it's down to 15. That's not 2%. That's $2. That's a lot more than 2%. But here's the thing. I'm not selling it. Next week, so this week, the options that I sold are going to expire. Uh-oh, I got a low battery. Low battery. Can't have a low battery. All right, there we go. So this week, I got like 2 or 3% from Kohl's. Wait a second, I have it written down here. Kohl's. Oh, I got 5%. I got 5% this week on Kohl's. All right, so I bought here, got 5% here. Now she's dropping. She's at 15.86. So next week, I'm going to sell the 16s, and the 16s are going for 65 cents, which is more than 4%. I'm okay with it. Even though the stock dropped, I can still write a covered call at 16, at 16.50, at 17. I can do whatever I want because I own the stock. Now, I have no intention on selling the stock until it hits 17, which is my target. Because I bought it just below 17, and I sold somebody the rights to buy it from me at 17. But that ain't happening because it's at 15.86. But next week, I can sell the 16s and pick up 65 cents, which is more than 4% next week. But I'm okay with that. Okay? Now, I think Kohl's is the longest I've ever held anything. See, last year it was Kimberly-Clark. I held it for 9 months. That's a long time for me. Well, Kohl's surpassed that to 14 months. I've never held anything for 14 months, but here's the thing. Kohl's gave me 1, 2, 3% every single week for 14 months. 14 months. That's 96. Is that right? 96? No. That's not it. It's 52 weeks. Plus, about 60 months. 60 weeks. So I made over 60 or 70% on Kohl's last year, and I still sold it at a profit after that. Anyway, next. Zanea, what's happening? Risen Nation, good evening to you. Jick Jock, how do I access your videos? All right, Jick Jock 63, YouTube, simple. Or you're on TikTok now. You go to the top left-hand corner of your screen and touch on that little picture of myself, and that will take you to the bio, and that will take you to all the different websites that I have. I don't have that many. Hey, thoughts on SES? What the hell is SES? Hell no. What the hell were you thinking? Didn't I say earlier that someone's going to do this? The high of the year. What the hell are we looking at for the high of the year? Worse than that, this thing is below $1 a year ago. How the hell can this thing have 20 years of profits if it was less than $1 a year ago? And why the hell are you showing it to me if it's at the high of the year? I don't buy anything at the high of the year. That's crazy. And it's a monthly. She got the triple douchebag here. Uh-oh. I probably shouldn't have said that. No. Jose, no. It has to be a dividend stock, number one, with weekly options, and it has to be consistently profitable, and it cannot be at the high of the year. Why would I tell anybody or suggest anybody to buy at the high? You don't make money buying at the high. You make money buying low and selling high. Danny, what's happening? I'm a Godwin George. Okay, George, if you say so. Derek, how you doing today? Crazy man, gladiator. Let's talk about it. How are you today? Wow, I missed all these questions. La 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 la. All right, did that. Where is option screen on Yahoo? That would be on the trading screen. You actually have to be on the trading screen at Yahoo in order to look at options, I believe. Kanisha, how are you, Kanisha? Banker stock. Is that even a stock symbol? S-T-O-K, S-T-O-C-K. Nope. S-T-O-C-K. It's not a stock symbol. Call John, Sebdog. What's happening, Sebdog? What should I do if I'm young? Enjoy life. That's what you should do. I can't read that name. It looks like a couple of symbols, so I have no idea what that means. What should I do if I'm young? Live it up and enjoy your youth. You remember that part in the movie It's a Wonderful Life? Oh, youth is wasted on the wrong people. Okay, young people have no idea what to do with youth. You don't, because you got it. When you get older and you ain't got it anymore, you wish you had it. Michelle, Maggie, how are you today? Uh-oh. It's a big Berkshire holding. Trump wants to accelerate drilling offshore. They write off the East. Maggie, I have no idea which one you're talking about, Maggie. I'm looking. I'm not seeing it, Maggie. You might have to post it again. Ha! Okay, you got that one. Read that one already. Got that one already. All right, got that one already. 17, got that one. Here's Alex. Alex, what's happening? KB, what's going on? Egg. Tell me about Walgreens. Ooh, WBA. Now, we did Walgreens for a very long time And now we're not doing it anymore because Walgreens went from a weekly optionable stock to a monthly. And we don't do monthlies. I mean, Walgreens was awesome, like 14, 15 months. And it was just like, lovely. If you're young, go Army. How to switch to covered call. Nico, not 100% sure what you're talking about, but Nico, if you want, and this goes for everyone else, if you want to have a chat, a personal conversation, whatever website you are on, there is a link in the bio that will bring you to my website, which will allow you to book a call, and I'll have a chat with you, and I will guarantee you 100% I will not try to sell you anything. We'll just have a conversation. What is it you're looking for? What are you stuck at? What do you need to learn to get you from where you are to the next step, whatever that is for you? Because we're all on a different journey. Walgreens. Okay, Jerome, I did not forget all about you. Walmart. WMT. I didn't forget about you, Jerome. WMT. Wally World. Interesting. I say interesting because I'm looking at this. But before I look at that, here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up. All right. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Same thing. We're still in the exact same spot. It was here a year ago at 80. Now it's at 103. Lovely. What does 103 mean for Walmart? Well, 103 for Walmart means 106. But I'm losing 24. That means I make 75 this week. No, not for this week. Next week, the 103, 169. I'm losing 23. Okay. Not quite 2%, so I'm going to pass on Walmart because it's $103. So 1% of $103 is $1.03. So 1% has to be at least $1. Okay, this one here, 103, is $1.06. But I'm buying it at 103.24, which means I'm losing 24 cents. So I subtract 24 cents out, then I'm not at $1 anymore. So it's not worth it for this week. So let's do next week. I'm still losing 24 cents on the 103. So I do that. And now I'm walking away with $1.30. Well, that's not 2%. So I'm going to say no to Walmart this week. Sorry, dude. Maynard, how are you today? 8818. I have no idea what that means. Maynard, 8818. What does that mean? Anyway, Jerome, sorry about Walmart. Don't get me wrong, I like Walmart, I do. Hey, got a question over here. James, the meeting group. Oh, wait a minute, I got a question. Question. What? Come on, where is it? Ooh, 4 questions. Ooh, sorry, 4 questions. So, all right, here we go. What's my website? Got that one already. Thank you, Matthew. And here we go, James. So if I jump in on a stock, Kohl's, and it drops, I can still sell covered calls. Exactly. All right, James, think of it this way, okay? Imagine it's not a stock. Imagine it's a vending machine. Well, let's say a soda machine, all right? You pay $1,200 for the soda machine. Okay, you paid $1,200 for it. Well, next week it's not going to be worth $1,200. It's only worth like 11. But is it still giving you cash flow? That's the important part. And also, if you pay $1,200 for it and it's giving you cash flow and it drops to, let's say, 1,000, fine, it's still giving you cash flow, but your exit is still $1,200. So never sell for less than you paid for it. You pay $1,200 for it, great. Never sell for less than $1,200. Even if it drops down to 8, you're still carrying and you're still collecting a weekly cash flow. And that's the important part. Well, at least for me it is. Okay, I want consistency of cash flow and preservation of my capital. That's my 2 goals. Consistency of cash flow, preservation of my capital. All your Calendly phone call slots are filled up. No, they are not. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right, you see this right here? October. Today's the 7th. 1 call today, 1 call tomorrow, 1 call next day, 1 call next day. There's only one on there for each day. Okay? That means there's a whole bunch more. Okay? And if you can't get it there, just send me a direct phone up. Just send me a DM with your number and I'll give you a buzz. Go to your website and click book call. Hold that thought. Let's do that. Tra-la-la. No times in October. Oops. I gotta fix that. All right, yeah. I gotta figure out how to fix that. I have no idea how to use it. Somebody set it up for me. But as you can clearly see, I only got 3 more calls this week. So DM me. Anyway, Dr. Dev, I have your number. I called you 3 times already. Can you explain the strategy again? Danny, I'm going to explain the strategy again. All right, you ready, Danny? Here we go. I'm going to take a deep breath. All right. I do dividend investing for weekly cash flow using only pre-qualified dividend stocks, and those are companies that consistently increase their profits for a minimum of 2 decades. Also buying them just before the EX date, which is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid, thus making it easier to know when the stock is going to move, and doing a simple trade calling a covered call to get you 1% every single week. Buy at the money, sell one strike at the money, and then you should be able to make money on that one. How's that? Thoughts on Charles Schwab? Okay, Nico, you actually got to give me the ticker symbol. Caleb, thank you for that. Sweet Den, we already looked at UNH. They were my customer in the 90s. Cool beans. Which stock is this? This is not a stock. Let's get out of here. Oh, my goodness. See, I knew I was trying to figure out how long could we go before somebody gives me a piece of crap to look at. So Ruben, you're the first one. You get the booby prize for the night. The booby prize is for Ruben. And the reason I say that, let's go here. Let's go right there. And nope, that ain't it. Nope, right there. Okay. All right. Ruben wants to take a look at ULTY. And for those you who watched it last night and the night before, you know exactly where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do and tell you exactly what I think of this, Ruben. The reason why you're using the booby prize on this one, Ruben, we are here on Yahoo Finance. Yield Max Ultra Option Income Strategy, ULTY. It's at $5.50 at this moment in time. What I want to see, Ruben, is the historical data. I want to see exactly how profitable this company has been over the last 2 decades. That's the last 20 years. I didn't roll my Kohl's calls from the original 1650 strike. I want to keep Kohl's. Am I in trouble? No, not at all. All right, historical. Okay, here we go. Next, Ruben, what I want to look at is historical prices. I click on that right there. Dividends only. Now, Ruben, the reason why I want to look at only the dividends, because the dividend is a portion of the profits the company makes, and they give it back to the investors. That's us. We're the investors. So, actually, you're the investor. I'm going to buy this piece of crap. I'm going to tell you why. Now, I want to take a look at all the dividends that ULTY has paid, and I want to see how wonderful they have increased. Dividends only. Okay, all the dividends. Here's the big issue I find with ULTY, Ruben. Are you ready? I said I want 2 decades. Now, when I put up 2 fingers, I also said decades along with that. That means 2 decades is 20 years. 5, 10, 15, 20 years. ULTY is not even 2 years old yet. The very first dividend ULTY paid was March 14th, 2024. I knew someone was going to do it. I just didn't know it was going to be you, Ruben. But here's the thing, Ruben. When I say I want consistency of profitability, that means I want to make more this year than I made last year. I want to make more last year than I did the year before. More and higher and higher and higher and higher. I want to be consistently profitable. Ruben, are you ready? 105, 141, 127. Ruben, is that going backwards? Because 106 to 141, that's going up in price. That's going up in profits. Because these are the profits they give to us, the investors. So if the first dividend is 106, the second dividend is 141, well, that's a nice increase. But the third is 127. That's going down. The fourth is 113. That's going down. The fifth is 99. That's going down. The sixth is 70. I'm going to quit right there because you probably see where I'm going with this thing. Okay, but that's not it. That's not the worst part. Next, Ruben, I want to take a look at this, the summary. The summary is going to give me a good idea of how this thing performed over the year. It's going to give me all those numbers. You should always, always, always check out the summary. How has the stock performed over the last few years? Well, Mr. Rubin, do you see this right here? The yield. Okay? Explain to me. The yield, 122%. This thing is 2 years old. Do you know how you pay more than you earn? Think about it. No. It sounds good because you're receiving that. But what you're not thinking is if a company profits $100 million, okay, they're paying out $122 million. That's not possible. The only way they can do that is take the money from the new investors to pay the old investors. It's only 2 years old. They're probably still in the phase of, what do you call it, cash accumulation, gathering up investors. That's probably what they're doing. There's no way possible, I don't care what anybody says, that you can pay out 122% of what you bring in. There's just no way possible. The numbers are unrealistic, especially, let's go back. Is it going to allow me to go back? It's not. All right, yeah, there, nope, that ain't it. Dividends only. Max dividends. Okay. Especially 106, 141, 127, 113, 99, 78. The profits are going down. Did you know this? How the hell can they give you more money than they're actually making? Okay. 99, 78, 98, 82, 83, 70, 57, 46, 10 cents. Are you shitting me? It went from $1.40 down to 10 cents. No, wait a minute. Now it's down to 9 cents. How the hell can you tell me that's a good stock? It's not even 2 years old. Never mind. There's always someone that comes up with a piece of crap. That's just my opinion. You know, you like ULTY, you do it. Mick Papa, Marvel. Let's take a look at Marvel. RVL. Now, I actually have some Marvel, believe it or not. Oh, it's about time it pulled back. Holy cow, it's 10:30 already. All right. Same thing every time we look. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. What happened today? Before we go and look at what happened today, I'm going to say no to this one. No, I already own it, but if you're thinking about it, me personally, I wouldn't jump into it now. Here's your bottom here at 62. Goes from 62 to 90. Now, do the math quickly in your head. 62 to 90 is about $30. That's a 50% increase from here to here. 50% increase. Yeah, it's about time for it to come back down again. Today's a down day. Looks like the first after that kind of rate of return. Sorry, McPapa. Captain Fidel, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. AMD. Hell no. Didn't we talk about this a while ago? Who came up with this one? Captain Fidel. I ask kindly, do not show me something that's at the high of the year. We can't do anything with it. Okay, what, in your humble opinion, what the hell are we going to do with this? I'm sure it's not going to buy it at the high of the year. That makes no sense to me. Now, I would buy it at the low of the year and sell it at the high of the year. I'm not going to buy it at the high of the year and wait for it to go higher. That just doesn't make any sense. Alex, he will look at it later when there's the next week. Okay, thank you, Alex. Thanks. Maz Gringo, have you ever seen a rally this aggressively since the dip? You realize I've been doing this for 30 years. Yeah, I have. What about Red Cat? Tabitha, I don't have a Red Cat. But if you have a ticker symbol of Red Cat, I'll take a look at it. What else do we got? You got on when you looked at K-View. Oh, just got on when you looked at K-View. Was that a yes on K-View? Yeah, mama. What's happening, yeah, mama? What was K-View anyway? KVUE. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Okay. Now, my humble opinion on K-View, you get your 30-day high here. She drops. You find the 30-day bottom on Thursday. Friday's higher. Monday's higher. Today's higher. It's at 1622. The 1650s are going for 16, which is more than 1%. Everything looks good. But what we don't know is, you ready for this, your mama? Do you like K-View? That's it. Do you know what they do? Are you okay with putting your hard-earned money into this company and holding it until it hits your target, whatever that may be? Because right now, the purchase price is $16.22. Okay, so if I was going to do it $16.22, I'd sell this week's 16s and hopefully be out of it by Friday. That way I could jump into something else next week. Or if this keeps going up, I might hold on to it and roll it into the next week and pick up another 1 or 2%. Could be. Uh-oh. AMA wants to take a look at TSYY. How are you doing, Emma? TSYY. I'm going to say no. The reason I'm going to say no is what's here? Absolutely nothing. Uh-oh. Leon, how are you today? User 8291173629171. What the hell were your parents smoking when they named you? I mean, seriously, who names a kid? Anyway, RGTI. No. Rigetti Spaghetti. RGTI. Again, you weren't listening. Why the hell are you showing me that? What can anybody possibly do at the high of the year? Buy it and hope it goes higher to a place it's never been? I don't know about you, but I never, ever, 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 ever buy something at the high waiting and hoping it goes higher. No. QBTS, what the hell is that? QBTS. D-Wave Quantum. What the? I had to stop myself from saying that one. It was definitely not nice. If K-View was a yes, you know they make Tylenol. You know how Orange Man thinks about Tylenol. Well, see, here's the funny thing. The funny thing about that, I saw a video where somebody pulled out a piece of paper and the corporation that makes Tylenol said, quote, if you are pregnant, you should not take this. They know something that they're not telling you. Think about it. A corporation that makes something comes out and tells you if you are pregnant, you should not take this. What does that tell you? That tells me they know something they're not sharing. That's what it tells me. Okay? Yeah, but yeah, I knew that. Camo, PLTR, another one. Do I play leaps? No, I don't. PLTR. No. You think this is any better? Seriously, what do you think you could do way up here? Okay, the place to play is down around here somewhere. Not what, yeah. Do I play leaps? No. AQN. Didn't we look at AQN earlier? AQN. No, I don't do monthlies. October, November, January, April. No, monthlies just don't work. Dr. Dev, Tylon, marketing, publishing wrong information on Twitter a long time. The pregnancy contradiction has been redacted for many years. Okay. Thank you there, Dr. Dev. This is one thing I do not like about social media or anything, any media, because you have one person saying one thing and one person saying another. Who do you believe? Okay. I think it was 2 bits of information. One was the company itself saying if you're pregnant, do not take this. Another one was saying if you are pregnant, you should not take this. So it was 2 bits of information. I don't listen to anything the orange man says. I mean, great, hey, whatever he's doing is working. Our cat Tabitha, what do you add? How do you add a stock to the calendar? Nico, that's an interesting question. Nico, add a stock to the calendar. Over here where it says watch list, the very next tab, that's the watch list. So click on the watch list right there. Okay, now this is recorded so you can go back and watch it over and over again. So you click on the watch list here. This opens up. Right here says create a watch list. So we're going to click on that. Create a watch list. This tab opens up. Right up in here is where you name your watch list. Let's call it, there you go, there's the name. Now, add symbols. Okay, I have 2 opportunities to add symbols. I can do them one at a time, or I can import them with a CSV file. So you go to Google, whatever, you say, give me the list of dividend stocks. Great, they give you the list. You cut and paste that, and you put it right there on the import, and it'll import them all. But if you want to do it one at a time, great. Right up there, click on your little keyboard. F, Ford. Hit the down arrow. T, AT&T. D, Dominion. D, DuPont. MSFT. TR, Tootsie Roll. DE, John Deere. WFC, Wells Fargo. BAC, Bank of America. So on and so forth. You come down, come down here, hit the save button. Okay, get rid of this. Go to here. Here's the calendar right here. Calendar, you click on the little sunshine right there. Click on that right there. Okay, this little window will open up. Personal right there. You click on that. Personal. Okay, and there's the list right here. Here's the list right there. I just made this one. So click on that one. That's the one I just created. Okay, there you go. What do we have? Tootsie Roll, John Deere, AT&T for the month of October. You can import however many you want. You can do them one at a time. You can do a whole list if you want. Now, that's how you do it. Now, let's see how you undo it. It's kind of like doing it backwards. Okay, back to the list. Then I come down here where it says delete, and then I pick which one I want to delete. This one right there. Okay, I don't need it. Okay, delete. There we go. And yes, delete. Now it's gone. Okay, that's how you add. Tabitha, R cat for red cat. I have no idea what red cat is, but if you say so. R cat. Tabitha, did you not just hear me yell at like 3 people? Why are you showing me something at the high of the year? Hell no. No, no, hell no. I don't buy at the high of the year. When have you ever heard somebody said, hey, the stock is at the high of the year. Let's buy some and wait for it to go someplace it's never, ever been before. It's never been higher than 16. So why the hell am I looking at it? There's no opportunity. All right, you know what? It's 10:37. I'm going to answer questions because I'm getting frustrated with some. My temper, I'm getting a little bit short. BURU. What the hell is that? BURU. Not yours, 1985. BURU. BURU. Nuburo Inc. Hell no. The marketing team that was contracted for Twitter was fired. Cool beans. Can we look at VRT? VRT. Oh my God. Universal, 5 people I just yelled at. I usually don't yell. 5 people showed me something at the high of the year. Why the hell are we looking at something's at the high of the year? Did you not just hear me like 2 or 3 seconds ago? All right. Joe Luna. Thank you to Joe Luna. Can we please take a look at AMPX? AMPX. Never heard of it. Fuck nuggets. I can't get over it. 6 people in a row showing me something. What the hell am I supposed to do with this thing? Why the hell are you showing me something that's at the high of the year? Where do you think it's going next? Nico, thank you. You're welcome. K-Van. Now, see, K-Van, I'm going to listen to you because I actually know who that is. WFC, Wells Fargo. Okay. Thank you. One that we can actually do something with. All right. The high of the year, low. Okay, so it's bouncing off this right here. Okay, get the high of the year here, pulls back, not quite 3 days to the upside. So here's the bottom here, only 1 day to the upside. So we're going to wait a little bit on that K-Van. But you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to write it down for next week. WFC. Oops, WFC. Because it might look better next week. Universal, thank you for that. Tabitha, well, sorry, new here to your page. Thanks, though. Now, Tabitha, uh-oh. I appreciate the apology, Tabitha. I really do. Some people just aren't so kind as you are. It doesn't make any sense. Think about it. If you're looking at something, looking for ideas of what to do next, think about it. What are you going to do with a stock that's at the high of the year? Think about it. Seriously. What are you going to do? Do you honestly think it's going to go higher? I mean, don't get me wrong, some of them do. But once they get to a certain point where they've never, ever been before, that's new territory. Stock's never been that high. So when stock gets to a point where they've never been before, it's more susceptible to profit taking. Profit taking means the stock drops like a rock. Caden Lake, it's a laser manufacturing company. Okay. So here's the funny thing. No, Caden, don't take this the wrong way. How do I express it to you in a manner in which you'll understand? Okay? I honestly don't care what they do, and I honestly don't care what the stock price is. My main concern, consistency of profitability. 2 decades? Is that company profitable for at least 2 decades? There's 10,570 companies as of Monday. What makes this one so wonderful? Does it have historical performance? Is it someplace that you want? Now, are you thinking that it has great possibility for future growth? Well, if that's what you think, you're definitely in the wrong place, because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for boring stuff, stuff that barely moves, stuff that does the same thing over and over and over and over again. Companies that have been in business for so long, it's like, oh, I gotta go to work again. How boring, doing the same thing. 20 years. Coca-Cola has been making Coca-Cola for 140 years. It's almost 100% guarantee that they're probably going to make Coca-Cola tomorrow and the next day. Even in the next 5 or 10 years, they're probably going to do the same things over and over and over again. Now, the laser manufacturing company, they didn't have lasers 100 years ago. They didn't have lasers 50 years ago. So the company is not that new. I mean, it's not that old. Do they have any historical performance that would make it appealing other than the possibility of growth? Possibility of growth doesn't do me anything today. 5 years from now, maybe. But I can't tell the phone company, say, hey, I just bought this company. It looks good for 5 years from today. Let me pay my bills in 5 years. It doesn't work that way. Okay? We're the only species that got to pay to live here. In order to pay to live here, you need cash flow. Okay? My cash flow comes from stocks and trading them. I don't have the luxury of being wrong. So this laser manufacturing company, who's to say that the vice president doesn't take all that intellectual property, go someplace else, start a brand new company, and put this one out of business? Well, nobody's done that to Coca-Cola yet. They've been in business for 140 years. Okay, Pepsi's been in business for over 100 years. Bank of America, over 100 years. Procter & Gamble, over 100 years. These are safe, predictable companies. And that's the only reason I invest in them, because I'm old as dirt. That's what the young kids say. You're old as dirt. Terribly sorry. So I don't work anymore. I don't punch a time clock. I don't put in, well, I do, but I don't get paid for it anymore. But I'm retired, which means my income has to be safe, predictable, and consistent. Okay, a company I've never heard of doesn't give me any warm fuzzies, if you know what that means. And if you don't know what that means, it means no. Sorry. Okay, Universal, AMPX. I have no idea what that is. AMPX. Helps if I click over here. AMPX. Hell no. Oh, motherfucker. I think you guys are doing it on purpose. Okay, from now on, if I don't know who it is, I'm not looking at it. Cuba CM, Microsoft. I love Microsoft. I do. Consistently profitable. MSFT. Okay, do you guys hear that? From now on, if I don't know who they are, I'm not even looking. All right, it's just freaking silly. That's like 8 in a row. Microsoft. High of the year, 556. Low of the year back in April, 344. All right, not the time to buy Microsoft. Okay, look at your last 30 days. Okay, your last 30 days gives you a good idea where it's going next. So 30 days ago, it's at 490. Now it's at 530. That's a $40 increase. Not quite 10%, but still enough for me to say, no. And yesterday was the high. Today is lower. So could this be the beginning of profit taking where it comes down? Too close for me to want to get into it. But if you like it, the 525s are going for 338. That's not a 1%. Hell no. Thoughts on Meta dip? Meta has only been paying dividends for 2 years. They have a long way to go. Dr. Dev, yeah, Dr. Dev, they pushed my buttons enough to do the cursing thing. I usually don't. Okay. What about you? What the heck is you? Interesting. Now, I'm only saying interesting for Unity Software for one reason. Okay. The reason why I'm saying oh is because this right here. Look at your last 30 days. 30 days ago, we're at 39. Jumps up to 47. So 39 to 47 is $8. $8 on a $39 stock is 20%. It's a 20% increase. Okay, profit taking. It goes from 47 down to 36. Okay, that's more than $10. Okay, 47 to 36, it's almost $11. Yeah, $11. $11 on a $44 stock is almost 25%. It's a 25% drop right here, a new bottom. So I'm going to keep my eye on this because I want 2 days to the upside after it finds its bottom. Well, we don't know where the bottom is. It could be tomorrow. It could be today. It could be a week from now. If we look at it every single day, eventually it will show up because it's going to go down until it stops, turns around, goes back up again. But what do the numbers look like? Well, currently at 36, the 36 is going for 126. Well, that is over 3%, not quite 4, but still a nice profit. Now, I have no idea whether this company has dividends or not. So I don't know, is it going up because of the dividend coming or what's happening? So like I said, I know nothing about it. So before I invest any money into this, I would have to take a look at the fundamentals. What's the book value? What's the profits? What are the dividends? And how often have they increased their profits? For me, I don't put money into anything until I know a lot about it. And once I know a lot about it, I put it on my list. Once it's on my list, I don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. Next. Microsoft, we did. OMG, yep, you got me on that one. Are those like chicken McNuggets? All right. Thank you there, Alex. Thank God for K-Van. Thank you, K-Van. They probably taste better. You never know. K-Van, C-O-P, ConocoPhillips. Didn't we look at ConocoPhillips yesterday? Look what's happening there. You get the high a year ago. Here's the bottom. It's going up slowly going up. That's over the year. What's the last 30 days? Ooh, check that out. Bottom here, 1, 2, 3. 3 days to the upside. Right there. There you go. Okay, your 30-day high, bottom there, that's going up, but I need a new bottom there too. But still, it's going up. Do you like it? Good question. Hey, man, I have PLTR. I think I should sell. We looked at PLTR. I looked at the numbers. I don't. You know what? You like it. You do what you want with it. I'm more interested in the meta dip. META. You're interested in Meta. Okay, well, let's see how wonderfully profitable it is. Well, number one, I ain't doing it for $713. That's number one. Okay, so here's an interesting question. The stock is $711, and it's offering a 50-cent dividend. And look how many dividends there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that enough for you to say, oh, this is a good stock, I'm going to buy it? That's it. You either like it or you don't. It was at 50 cents. Now it's at 52 and a quarter. Is that a good rate of return for you? So without saying anything else, let's take a look at the summary just to get an idea of what the rate of return we can look for Meta. Caden, you ready for this? Dividend, 210. The yield. Are you ready for the yield, Caden? 0.29. Not even 1/3% for the year. So you want to jump into Meta and get a dividend of $2.10 for the year, which the rate of return on that is 0.29. Not even 0.5%. Not even 1/3%. And you think that's good. Okay, you do what you want if you think that's a good thing. Chart does not reflect overnight prices. Okay, that works. All right, next. Oh, we got 8 more minutes. See how quickly. All right, no more stocks. We're just going to answer questions as best I can. What do we have? Caden, got that. Okay, Universal. So you don't believe in incoming AI stock growth. Universal, I did not say that. Do not put words in my mouth. What I said is I only invest in companies that are consistently profitable for at least 2 decades. I'm not looking for the same thing that you're looking for. Okay, you're talking about AI growth stock. You're in the wrong place. I'm looking for simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using dividend stocks in a trading strategy that I've been using for the past 15 years that's been working perfectly fine. I come from a time that you guys don't understand. Some of you guys understand it. For those of you that in your 50s and 60s and 70s, you understand it. Okay? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's working fine, leave it alone. Why would I put AI stocks into my repertoire when they are not 20 years old? They have not proven that they are a viable, consistent, profitable company for 2 decades. That's what I'm looking for. Stock market's been around for 400 years. I have no problem whatsoever waiting for companies to show 20 years of profitability. There's over 300 of them. That's more than enough for me. AI in a bubble territory right now? Yep, he's absolutely right. Alex, who knows? You have to be willing to lose a little value and hold a stock for a long time. Okay, Alex, you're right for your age group. Okay, and that's the big difference. Okay, I don't work, which means I'm retired and my income has to come from my personal efforts. So when I'm putting my money on the line, this is what I want to do. I only want to invest in companies that have a proven track record. Okay? That's just me. Caden, trust me. Look at the Meta chart off the daily. Caden, trust me. I don't give a flying dead rat's carcass. It's 2 years of dividends. That's 18 years. Okay, 18 years, come to me and we'll talk about Meta. Until then, no thanks. Or, unless Warren Buffett starts buying it. If Warren buys it, I'll buy it. Until then, no. All the AI companies are racing each other, but only one AI company will prevail, maybe 2. It's analogous to .com bubble, huge pullbacks then. Yeah. Okay, if you think, all right, now, all you, think about this. Realistically, you have the richest man in the world dumping tons and tons, more money than anybody else has into his AI. And do you honestly think anyone's going to be able to compete with him? Seriously. I would put my money on Elon over anybody else. Think about it. Amazon crashed 90% and then came back after the economy recovered. Yep. There's not enough ROI using this strategy in Facebook. I'm going to believe 100%. 100%, Alex. Okay? I don't do Facebook. Ooh. Cancel culture. John Deere. I love John Deere. It's a pastime for us to look at anything. AMPX, Tracy. Ask me tomorrow. Okay, Universal tomorrow. Cuba tomorrow. Caden really thought, really tough to say, especially with how volatile AI has become. Well, then why the hell would I do it? I have no tolerance for AI whatsoever. K-Van, thank you. What is this stock? Blah, 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 blah. S&P ETF? Oh, hell no. Who said that one? Why are you racking? Okay, why are you racking S&P ETF? Seriously, dude, you need to go check out the numbers. That thing is not consistently profitable at all. Meta just had a decent pullback. Okay, don't care. Do you have a top 3? Of course I do. Are you a day trader? Nope. Nope. No to both of those answers. Okay, why are you racking? I already answered that question. Dawn, how are you doing today? Let's jump on over to here. Hopefully you guys over here have better questions. Do I do play leaps? No. Wigs, AQN, never heard of them. Razor, SPRB, never heard of it. Hey, James, greeting from Chicago. How are you doing in Chicago there, Trade Architect? You're back again. I remember that name. Yo-Yi, how are you doing? Peyton, check NAK. Oh, hell no. You're from New York? Cool beans. Thank you to Favorita. Addie. Am so proud. Thank you, Addie. Wigs, AQN, no. Dalton, how you doing? Addie, how you doing? Sent you a message, but no reply. Addie, try sending it again. DM. What's my top 3? Ooh, what are my top 3? At this moment, it would be Kohl's. Oh, damn it. What are they? Oh, right here. Hold on a second. Kohl's, Advanced Auto Parts, Able Mall. Those are my top 3 at the moment. How do I learn stocks? Vet Tech, keep showing up every day, keep asking questions. I'm a Godwin. George, how are you doing today? NIB, hell no. LABU, hell no. How do I learn? Keep showing up, keep asking questions. Vet Tech, thank you. Douglas, cool. How you doing today? Robert, how you doing? Colt, bro, it's Tony Stock. Thank you there. Tony Stock Downhill Jam. Yep. Replay video. I have no idea what that means, but all right. LJ, how are you? User, how are you? Simple name, how are you? Caddy 770. Okay. Kip Rono. Good evening, Kip Rono. How you doing, brother? Bert, over $200. Bert, I have no idea what that means. Natasha Mackenzie, how are you doing? Right. Cool. Trans. Not a recording. Not according to Jew. All right. I'm not even going to get into that conversation. That's weird stuff going on there. I am red on the year. I have no idea what that means. I am red on the year. Daryl. James, which stocks and shares stop me shifting myself after Taco Bell? Why don't I even bother reading YouTube stuff? All right, user 872. How are you red? Now, are you considering red as in being losing? Drew, AI is solely holding up the market right now. No, it ain't. With all the circular deals, choppy market till earnings. I'm going to disagree with you there, Drew. Okay? AI is relatively new. It's only been around for like 20 years. Okay? That's about it, if you're lucky. Okay? There are companies that have been in business for over 100 years. Tiger Twin holds Advanced Auto Parts and Able Marl. It's Kohl's, KSS. Yeah, Tiger Win, it's KSS. AAP. ABL. ALB, sorry. Okay, so user 872968. Oh, East meets West. Hey, where have you been? East meets West. You got it, Tiger Twin. Intel, I like Intel. AMD, I like AMD. Yep. Muffin, I do it all the time. Selling options is underrated. Yes, it is. Oh, Stella, I'll just go back up here for a second. Hold on. Oh, wow, I missed all these questions. Uh-oh, I did miss a lot of questions. Ugh. Oh, it's 11:02. Read faster, Flipstick. Yeah, thank you. Can you borrow against your stocks? Yes, I can. Crystal, how are you? Notification or Brown. Sup? Hey, Austin, what's going on? D Crypto Fanny. What's happening, D Crypto Fanny? Raindrops, Lucky Blues Band. Difference between Tesla call options and TSLY. One's an ETF and one's actually the stock. Okay, neither one of them have dividends. How would you run a covered call on this? Fruit tattoo? What is this? Not quite sure. Raindrops, Charlotte, how are you? AMA, nice, thank you. Jake, I think Comcast is a good candidate. Absolutely, I love Comcast. Alex, I like Sherwin-Williams. Real Don Fredo, NASDAQ. Okay. Danny, is the taxes on the gains built into the ROI? Danny, you're under the impression that I actually pay taxes. That's a totally different subject. Okay, the corporation is incorporated in a state that has no state taxes. Okay, I live in a state where there are no personal taxes, and federal income taxes are strictly voluntary. If you want to pay them, you pay them. You don't want to pay them, don't pay them. Do you ever sell your shares after you make your 1% per week? Do you have to exit strategy? Yes, I have an exit strategy. It's always going to depend on the numbers. What did I buy it for? What did I sell? Where is it at now? What does it mean? What should I do next? Can you review KGC tomorrow? DNP, Joe, tomorrow. Leah, good evening, Miss Leah, and how are you today? I can look at KGC tomorrow. We're past 11 o'clock. Thank you, Alt Sammy. Joe Dreyer, how are you doing? Jake, Comcast, gotta love it. Patrick, how you doing, Patrick? Joe, OPK, cool beans. Damon, I want to be rich someday, but I need to learn stocks. Okay, take it one day at a time. Don't be in a hurry. Don't make mistakes. User 89739, Amazon. I don't do Amazon because it doesn't have any dividends. When a company doesn't have dividends, it's hard to figure out when it's going to move. Okay, Dr. Dev said Tesla debuts the Model Y under 40 grand. Cool beans. Tyler, who wins? I get Rash, Rice, Jacobs, London. Okay, Ray, UPS, love UPS. User, thoughts on MLPs such as ET and MPL? No. B, SoFi. As a medic, Tylenol does not recommend usage of their products when pregnant. Uh-oh, it sounds like an interesting argument because I got a doctor on the other line that says it's false information. But, you know, it is what it is. Mr. Kaylee, thank you. You're welcome. Drew, do you only trade stocks with dividends? Not 100%. Every once in a while, Drew, I'll come across something that looks really good. I mean, I traded Chipotle twice. I traded TSLYY, TSLL a couple of times. SMCY, Lunch Club. We'll take a look at that tomorrow. Bettina, how are you, Bettina? EPD. I have no idea who they are. We can take a look at it tomorrow, but you got to show up earlier. Do I play UPS? Absolutely. I love it. Does not recognize. Yeah, okay. Paramedic David, I got that one. Simone, dude, about time you're here. Jack Jock, 63. Is that Yahoo Options? Nope. I'm new to this. Options. Okay, Adolfo, I'm here every night, 9 until 11. We're actually past my time. I'm waiting to get out of here. I just want to answer these last few questions. When will you be back on live? Tomorrow night. Every night, 9 until 11. Actually, it's like 8:30 till 11. All right. I try to start answering questions right around 10:30. All depends on how grumpy. Yep. Today, good day. You got me on a grumpy day. It's just too many stupid questions. I'm not just that stupid. It's just like I asked specifically, don't show me a stock at the high of the year. Think about it. What can we possibly do with a stock that's at the high of the year and it's never, ever, ever, ever been there before? Think about it. It's never been there before. 7 of them in a row. It's like, why are you showing? Get me started again. Noel Cliff, TWLO. Noel, check with me tomorrow. We'll take a look at it. They have to be trolls. Yes, they do. Look at TWILIO tomorrow. Craigaffey, tomorrow, Ford, gotta love it. Please explain the where was it? Where is it again? Uh-oh. Okay, Jake Jock, are you ready? This is an easy question. Okay, Jake Jock, what we're looking at right here is what's called a 1-year chart. This here is today. This here is 6 months ago. This here is a year ago. Okay? Today, last month, the month before, the month before, the month before, the month before, the month. These are the lines right here. See these lines? Each line represents a month. Today, a year ago. All right? Where is it now? Right here. Where was it? Right there. Okay? It was here. Now it's here. That's what that means. Okay? Where was it? Where is it? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? A year ago it's at 115 and today it's at 95. Let's keep on keeping on. Home Depot. Good dividends. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Why is this not charging? No, it's not charging. Bloody hell. I can get me some more lightning cables. There we go. That works. Alberto Hernandez. Yes, Amazon doesn't pay dividends. Yeah, so why would I want to do something that doesn't pay dividends? GoPro. Okay. Frank A., how you doing? Stella Williams. How long are you holding, sir? The whole quarter? No. 5 to 10 days. That's about it. Okay, user 475, AXP, American Express. Yes. ET, no. MPLX, never heard of it. Maeve, a single woman in China looking for a Muchan. Okay, not even do that. Noel, how you doing? McDonald's, Daily Dash, gotta love it. MCD. Oh, Noel, you promised TWLO is different. Really? TWLO. Well, never heard of it. Twilio. Okay, there you go. Still never heard of it. KGC. What the heck is KGC? KGC. Oh, motherfucker. I fell for that one, didn't I? Yeah, thank you, Leah. Exxon. Kevo. Tomorrow. ASTS. Tomorrow. East meets West. I haven't talked to you in a while. How you been? I hope you're doing well. Mr. Kaylee, 9 p.m. tomorrow. Yep. QYLD. Oh, hell no. MCD, or did that RSG. Holy cow. How much money you make today? I don't trade daily. Okay. I trade on a weekly basis. I buy on Monday. I like to sell on Friday. PLTR. Hell no. IREN. How you doing? WDC. Richard, are you more into technical analysis or fundamental? Richard, thank you. It's a valid question. Thank you. Oh, Stella Williams, you don't get it? Hold tight for a second, Stella. Richard, technical analysis or fundamental? Okay, here's the thing, Richard. I combine the two together. Number one, it doesn't make my list unless it passes the fundamentals, which means, is it a profitable company? What is the book value? Is it a good earnings? Okay, what is the revenue? Okay, I like to look at the fundamentals before I add it to my list. Then I look at the technicals. Where's the high of the year? Where's the low of the year? Where is the flow going? Who's buying? Who's selling? Where does it look like it's going next? Muffin, yep. I do it all the time. Selling options is underrated. Yep. Home Depot, look at tomorrow. Mr. Cayley, did you know about WDC? Stop going against your words. If you don't quit bit, don't look. You said it. Yep. You're right, Mr. Cayley. He's right. All right, Stella, you don't get this strategy. Stella, a covered call is one of the safest strategies there is. You buy a stock at a certain price. You sell it to someone else using a call option that gives them the right to buy it, but not the obligation. That means they can if they want, they don't have to if they don't want to, but you cannot sell it to anyone else as long as that option contract is valid. So you're basically just selling somebody the right to buy it from you first. That means they have first right of refusal. So if you buy Macy's, because we're on Macy's, at 1877, okay, a covered call at 1877, the closest strike price would be 18. So think about it. If I buy it at 1877 and I sell it at 18, well, I got a profit there already, the difference between 1877 and 18. 1777 and 18. There's already profit there. But here's the thing. This person is going to pay me 18 cents per share additionally to be the first one to be able to buy it at 18. So what does that mean? If it goes up to 19, 20, or 21, that person still has the right to buy it from me at 18. I don't care if it goes up to 19, 20, 21. I don't care. My concern is this right here. That, my friends, is more than 1%. I'm looking to gain 1% every single week. Simply, safely, predictably, consistently. I love the Lee family. Okay? That's what it is. I want to buy a company that I know who they are, I know what they do, I know that they're profitable, and I have no problem holding on to them for a long period of time. Macy's has been in business for over 100 years. It'd be very, very, very difficult to buy that kind of name recognition worldwide. It's just not U.S. Macy's is a worldwide company. Maybe, maybe not. But it's a big company. Okay, they've been doing, anyway, never mind. All right, what else we get? Tiger Twin. Can we look at Kohl's? I can afford to buy. Okay, we already looked at Kohl's earlier today. AMD, we looked at that already. Intel, we looked at that already. And you holding how long? Preferably a week or two. That's it. Muffin, dividend stocks, but it is selling options. Absolutely right, Muffin. Harry Amy, Lumen. Let's take a look at tomorrow. Scared money don't make money. Thank you very much. Muffin, you better not be in Yield Max. Oh, hell no. I don't like Yield Max. I've seen the numbers. Ryan, what's up? IONQ. Is it too late? Yep. Tomorrow. Thoughts on Pepsi? Tomorrow. Ryan, are you a skater? In my younger days, not anymore. Alex, I'm over here now. I see that. You left the crowd over there. Tori, what dividend stocks do you invest in? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. Daily Dash of Dash. Do you hold cash at all, or do you have 100% in your portfolio invested? Now, Daily Dash or Dash, I used to have 100% invested until Trump got in office. Because for some strange reason, when he says something, people panic, they sell, and stocks drop. So now I have to leave a little bit aside for when that happens again. Do I like Ford, Craig? Yes, I do. BMNR? No. Home Depot, look at tomorrow. Hello from upstate New York. Pepsi Cola. I like Pepsi. I do. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Rug. East meets West. I love Dell, and I actually still have some Dell at the moment. But we'll take a look at it tomorrow. You're a little bit late, hon. Sorry. Hello from upstate New York. Oh, that's it. We actually reached the end. Good evening, James. Good evening to you. Hey, Florida Hockey. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Jimmy Joy, what's going on? Macy's is a nationwide, not worldwide. Thank you very much. BURU. I looked at that earlier today. What do I think about Joby? Never heard of it. Wow, this man's moved his screen, but he ain't checked the stock. I suggest TS will not disappoint. I have no idea what that means, Peyton. This man's moves his screen, but ain't checked this. I have no idea what that means. Okay, anyway. All right, it's past 11. I am done. You guys will do this all again tomorrow. What are good stocks to cycle through weekly? Be happy. Are you ready? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. NAK, Peyton, maybe tomorrow. TS. Hey. Thank you, Peyton. Dr. Dev, good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Archer Aviation, hell no. I looked at Archer Aviation before. Joby, Joby, yeah, no. Adios. Hasta luego. Me too. Okay, have a great night. You guys over here, have a lovely evening. You guys over here, have a lovely evening. Thank you for stopping by. You guys over here, thank you. Have a lovely evening. You guys over here, hey, Club Med Tom, dude, how you doing? You're welcome. Have a nice night. All right, and we will catch you all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Alex, thanks, you're welcome. Elioy, how are you? All right, let's get out of there. All right, and now the end is